Hi everyone, welcome to Tower Hill's first annual middle school chess tournament. Today the contestants are Brian Adderley and Terry Luau.
So Brian, do you have your strategy down?
Yes, I have few openings I want to play. I have openings for white and I have an opening for black that I want to play.
So you feel pretty confident with how you think it's going to go?
Yeah, I feel pretty confident. I think I have a chance.
Okay, well, good luck.
Thank you.
And for you, Terry, do you have any strategies on mine?
Yeah. I've been thinking about what Brian might play, and if if he wants to play something, I think I have something good against it. But that depends if I'm white or black. So I think I'm pretty confident about the game, but that's my opinion.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, let's get into it.
Wait, Mr. Bear, are we allowed to go on mute?
Yeah. Yeah, Terry, whenever you're ready, bud.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Starting out, they're starting with their openings, just going to develop their pieces.
Yeah.
Just see what they do, because they've been talking about different openings they might play, so you never really know how they're going to play at the beginning.
It's the same on both sides.
Yep. Okay. Taking central space. Just developing the pieces, what you want to do in the opening. Okay.
Early castle.
Okay. Okay, they're playing pretty fast in the beginning, so you can tell they've been practicing. They know what they're doing. Both pretty good players, so should be an intense game. Ooh, Terry going for the pawn bush already.
He's trying to go for the file.
Okay. Will they trade queens?
Yeah.
I think Terry's looking for it, but not too sure. Brian's taking some time here. Oh, and then they go for the queen trade. Okay. Okay. Terry showing what he's thinking about. Okay. See. Ooh. Not too sure what he's gonna do right now. So give him some time to think.
He went to protect that pawn. He could have gone another white too with the other pawn.
Yeah. I think he was trying to develop his knight, but
yeah.
Outside of the board, not always the best, but he's developing his pieces, protecting other pieces. So it works. Ooh, fighting over the file.
Half of the file.
Yeah. Terry not worrying about it right now. Which is fine, just developing more pieces. So did Brian take, or does he just keep developing? Let's see. Oh. Let's see what Terry does here. Ooh. Terry thinking about some knight moves. Maybe a rook move. Could be even a pawn, but Terry's really unpredictable, so I'm not gonna try to predict completely. Ooh. Terry thinking about his move here. Let's see. They're taking their time in the beginning, which is fine.
There's still that open file right in the middle.
Yeah, let's see. They might fight over it. Right now, it looks like they're leaving it, but they're playing more with their pieces in the center.
Yeah.
Besides that knight move, but it was protecting his pawn. Terry taking a lot of time here.
So when you're talking about the file, are you talking about that like whole center column?
Yeah,
Move the
vertical.
white rook to the black rook,
Mhm.
where there are no pawns.
Yeah. So what's the advantage of controlling that center file?
If you control the center file, then any pieces on that file, you essentially have control over them because,
Yeah.
like, you can take, if one piece, like, let's say his knight goes to d5, then that knight can't move unless he wants to lose his rook. Like, stuff like that.
Got it.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Just to taking control is just giving you a lot of control over the center of the board, which is very important.
Most powerful.
Oh, Terry just going straight for the capture. Might give Brian control of the file, but okay, it does.
Brian has the file.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of struggling to see the reward on that play.
Now, there's nothing much that black can do on the D file now, so it's just like space for white.
Yeah. Okay, now it's Brian's turn to think. Oh. Okay.
White could actually.
Yeah, there might have been another
White's
move.
going for the pawn on C5.
Yeah, like let's see, what does Terry defend it? Does he go for an attack? See. Okay.
I think he's going for the attack.
Yeah, certainly aggressive.
Let's see how Brian responds to this, because he might have the pawn, but you don't know what Terry might get some counterattack in. So Terry needs to be careful for what could happen. But ooh,
What would you value in that exchange more?
The bishop.
I'd say bishop. Bishop is definitely better for this kind of situation with the more open space.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess Brian was willing to give that away.
There you go.
Okay. And so Terry might move his bishop here, because bishops can be very valuable, especially in the end game.
It's a really good move for Terry here.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he sees it.
Oh,
Yeah, he
exciting.
might just be thinking about all his options.
Yeah, I don't see it. If the opportunity passes us.
Yeah, then I'll say it.
Yeah, but you always don't want to go, not always want to go with your first option. So it might be, oh, he just goes straight for the capture.
Well, no, he can't do it. I would say go rook d8 there, so you get the 5. Well, the rook can't do anything. Then you take the knight and you get a free
Yeah.
piece.
But ooh, Terry's thinking about taking the pawn.
Big money
Might
moves
not.
It's a free pawn.
Yeah,
as well.
but he might see another move, but I think it looks like he's going to do it. Yep, he does it. Always need to be careful with pawn, even if it's like that. Sometimes you just always need to be careful of any counters or any traps or anything that could happen when you take a pawn. But it looks like he's going to be okay here.
I think Brian's looking to take the pawns on the 7.
Yeah, and getting your rooks on the 7th rank here, very important for control, just like taking control of central files. So Terry's just moving his bishop back to defend pawn, but
There's still that pawn in the center.
yeah, looks like Terry also has some other weaknesses that he needs to look out for. Trying to, okay, Louis.
Well, that's check, isn't it?
Yeah, so he might take the knight, or he might want to save his bishop and just move his king, but he just goes for the capture.
Yeah. So what was that? Essentially just a knight bishop exchange?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except Terry did lose a pawn there,
Yeah, Terry lost a pawn.
and he has his other pawns also being
But the
attacked.
game is
But
tied.
yeah, Terry's taking a while. But I mean, he's trying to find some good moves because he's giving up some pawns. So he's not trying to give up that much more. But I don't know how much more time he can really afford to lose.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at the decision making speed, right? Outside of that, what was it, the 11th exchange? It's been really quick.
Yeah, they're both taking their time. But once you get under about, I'd say 2 or 3 minutes, and you start want to go a little bit faster with these games. But it looks like they're getting towards a speed where they could go a little bit faster because with the pawn exchanges and trading with knights and bishops, it looks like they're getting towards the end game, so they might be going a little bit faster now. Terry looking for a way to get his king out, which is also very important in the end game. King activity is one of the it might be one of the most important thing.
He's the most powerful piece in the endgame.
Yeah. Terry looking for some other attacks with his knight. Also looking for what Brian might do.
Protects that pawn on a2.
And it's going for the other pawn. So Terry needs to be very careful here because
I think he's going to go for the back ranks for one.
yeah. And Terry needs to make sure he's very careful here because if he's not, he'd get in some trouble with Brian's rook on the 7th rank.
That's a good fork.
Yeah. Looks like Brian might have an attack here with his rook and bishop. Yep, that's Terry just needs to make sure he doesn't make a wrong move and he loses a rook.
Wrong move across the game.
Yes, if he had moved his king over to the other square, if he'd moved his king to the left, he would have lost his rook, but I know he saw that. Brian's bishop was under attack, so you just move it back just to be safe. Terry's now down to 3 minutes, so might want to be careful of that. I've definitely fallen into that trap before. I take too much time.
Yeah, when you get down under 5 minutes, you should start playing a bit faster.
Yes. It does get kind of hard because you need to, especially in these kind of close games, you need to focus, but play fast.
Stuck on the back rank.
Yes. Let's see if Brian might want to trade rooks, but it looks like he might not want to right now. Terry might be pushing his pawns. He does have a passed pawn there. No pawns in front of it.
To get out of that rank, I think.
Yeah. And Brian also still needs to be careful of that pawn. That does have a chance of promoting because of no pawns in front of it.
The rook doesn't look like we'll get there in time.
Yeah. I think Brian's chance might be his bishop back. He might need to give up a bishop. It looks like he might. Terry knows. He might go for the rook. Trader might just try to check to see if he could get his rook in position, but I don't think he yes, there you go. He had to give up his bishop there. There's no other option.
Yep. Because he can just take the rook back if the rook takes.
Would looks like Terry.
Yeah, do you take the bishop or the rook?
Yes, Terry has different options to capture, but Terry's just.
I think the bishop's a better option because you can take the rook back.
Yes, let's see. Does Terry want to take the rook or the bishop or? So, Terry's now under 1:40, so he definitely needs to start speeding up. He does have the knight, but Brian does have 4 passed pawns, which could be very dangerous.
Pawns really are dangerous in the endgame.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Brian.
Chance is only his one promoting pawn.
Yeah, so Terry needs to promote before Brian, but there's a chance if he can, he might need to give up a knight for a pawn or two just to have a chance, but he might be able to promote. See, Terry just trying to get his knight back.
Terry's gonna get his knight to f7.
Yeah, he has two
Or
options.
d6.
Yes, he is. Brian just trying to give up a pawn to promote his other pawn because Terry's knight would be out of position, but Terry's not falling for that.
What happens if Terry runs out of time?
He would lose, but if Brian's, I mean, he would lose, but if Brian somehow lost all his pawns, it would
be a draw.
it'd be a draw. But it doesn't look like that would happen because he has so many. Oh, Terry's gonna
Oh.
promote here.
Looks like he's
Terry,
taking queen.
Terry might win because
That's a check right there.
it was a check, which was very important, and he can get his queen back, which blocks off all the other pawns.
He can block. Yeah.
But Terry just needs to make sure he doesn't run out of time. But it doesn't look like he needs to.
Take out the whole pawn chain.
Doesn't need to think as much as before because he now has an advantage, big advantage, especially he takes his pawns. Now he's about to take another pawn. Yep, there you go. Yes. So Terry has the big advantage. He just needs to make sure he doesn't slip up and let Brian
Take the
promote.
pawn and get his king over.
Yeah, now he's getting his king up. Looks like Terry's going to win if he doesn't make a blunder and just lose his queen, but I don't think he's going to do that. Yeah, just getting his king active, blocking off the pawn. Now he's
They're in opposition.
Yep.
If the pawn moves any further, then
okay. So yeah, Terry's about to take the pawn. Just needs to move his queen in, and
you got
it's his. And looks like he's going to win this game. Just needs to make sure he doesn't.
just doesn't lose on time.
Yes, he just needs to. Yeah, he's about to win. Yeah. There's no way he takes a minute for this. Yes, he's just moving fast. He knows how to win this game. And it's mate in one. But he might just take his time and
He's gonna wait
be
till the
annoying.
last second.
Yep. Or not. Checkmate. Terry wins.
Good game.
Good job, Terry.
That was a good game.
Yeah, that was exciting.
Good job, Brian.
Nice job, Terry.
Yeah, congratulations, Terry. Brian, great job. Sylvie, Danny, you guys were awesome. Thank you so much for joining us on this at home Friday. So let me stop recording. Thank you to everyone who is tuning in. Have a great day.